Yeah.
Okay.
He says the low res.
Audio's on, should be. The low res is just communication processing.
Okay.
We should
All right.
be able to hear us now.
We're just testing the audio and video briefly before the meeting here. All right. Audio, video. Test. Okay.
All right. Audio on.
Go ahead.
We'll recite the pledge together. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Vice President Beeler. Welcome everyone in the boardroom and those who are attending by video conference to the special meeting of the Penn-Harris-Madison Board of School Trustees. The first item on our agenda this morning will be the adoption of the agenda. Board members, do you have any changes or additions to this morning's agenda? Hearing none, does the administration?
The administration has no changes.
Do I have a motion to approve the agenda for this morning's special meeting of the Penn-Harris-Madison Board of School Trustees?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Beeler, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Fox, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mrs. Gates, how do you vote? Ms. Gates hasn't joined us yet. Mr. Woods, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Garrett, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Riley and I also vote aye. Motion is approved unanimously. We'll now move to the roll call of the board members who are attending this morning's meeting, special meeting. When I call your name, please indicate your presence by saying here. Mr. Beeler.
Here.
Mr. Fox.
Here.
Mrs. Galloway. Note that Mrs. Galloway had a scheduling conflict and unfortunately couldn't join us. Mr. Garrett.
Here.
Mrs. Gates. Mr. Woods.
Here.
And I am Mr. Riley. I too am present. We'll move on to the first item of business for this morning, which is the Penn-Harris-Madison teacher agreement for the time period of July the 1st, 2020 to June the 30th, 2021. Dr. Thacker.
Thank you, President Riley and Board of Trustees. I'm pleased to share that negotiations between the Penn-Harris-Madison Teachers Association, the PHMTA, and the Penn-Harris-Madison School Corporation took place during the months of September and October of 2020. I'm pleased to present for any public comment the new PHM School Corporation and PHM Teachers Association agreement. The PHMTA ratified the agreement on Wednesday, October 21st, 2020. And I'm going to have Mike Lerman give a brief recap as our Director of Human Resources. But to preface that, I would like to say that on behalf of the administration, I'd like to express our appreciation of the PHMTA, President Lisa Langfeld, and the members of her bargaining team for their positive collaborative effort to reach the settlement for our outstanding teachers. So, Mr. Lerman.
Okay. Good morning, board members, Dr. Thacker, everybody else. The one-year agreement, which is from July 1st, 2020 to June 30th, 2021, as Dr. Thacker said, was reached in October, ratified by the Teacher Association on the 21st. The new salary range for teachers will be $41,000 to $71,048, and it's for this year period. The teachers, all teachers, including those in their first year, will receive stipends in varying amounts from $500 to $1,450. All teachers who have effective ratings of or higher, who have one or more years of service, will receive salary increases ranging from $500 to $1,550. All teachers who have 5 or more years of experience, which constitutes approximately 80% of our teacher force, will receive a total of $2,350 between a one-time stipend and a salary increase. The one-time stipends that were designed to be paid out of the rainy day fund as a way to express the board's appreciation to the exemplary efforts of our teaching staff during these challenging times coping with COVID. And also all the extracurricular positions for both the athletic and academic coaches will receive a 3% increase. There were also some insurance changes we made. We made a number of changes to the deductibles and copay features for both our Plan A and Plan B. And there was a modest 3% increase in required contributions. And those are the key parts of the agreement. And we are confident with this agreement, we still offer a premier total compensation package for teachers in our area. If there's any questions, we're glad to address them.
Board members, any questions or comments for Mr. Lorman? I do have one comment. I want to thank the administration and the Teachers Association for working together to come to an agreement on a stipend. It meant a lot to the board that our teachers, our educators receive a stipend for extraordinary efforts that they undertook after the COVID pandemic hit. So thank you for working together. That stipend is more than well deserved. I will now open the public hearing for any comments on the agreement between the PHM Teachers Association and the Penn-Harris-Madison School Corporation effective July the 1st, 2020 through June the 30th, 2021. Is there anyone who would like to address the board? Hearing none, I'll now close the public hearing for any comments on the agreement between the Penn-Harris-Madison Teachers Association and the Penn-Harris-Madison School Corporation. I'd like to express the board's appreciation to you, Dr. Thacker, to you, Mr. Lorman, Mr. Linsky, Mr. Hawkins, Dr. Snyder, Mrs. Gazuski, for your leadership with the teachers. We appreciate your hard work in that. Most especially, would also like to thank Mrs. Lisa Langfeld and the members of the PHMTA and their negotiating team for the hard work and collaborative efforts that they expended in working with the administration. We thank you all. Move on now to our next item on the agenda, which is the business hearing for the morning. Dr. Thacker.
Thank you, President Riley and Board of Trustees. Executive Director of Business Services, Mr. Jerry Hawkins, will share the process required for the approval of the capital improvement plan and the bus replacement plan. Mr. Hawkins.
Thank you, Dr. Thacker, members of the board. This is a repeat of a process we did some time ago, simply because the location we uploaded our documents on Gateway apparently was not the right location, unbeknownst to us and many, many school districts in the state. So we had to repost it and make this available for a hearing. None of the numbers, none of the information has changed in any way. We just have to redo the public hearing. So for both the capital improvement plan and bus replacement plan, the rest of the budget, none of it was impacted by this. So is there any questions? Basically, we need to have the hearing and then sign the resolution and we're good to go.
Board members, any questions for Mr. Hawkins? Hearing none, I'll open the public hearing on the 2021 to 2023 capital improvement plan and the 2021 to 2025 bus replacement plan. Is there anyone who would like to address the Board of School Trustees on these items? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing on the 2021 to 2023 capital improvement plan and the 2021 to 2025 bus replacement plan. Do I have a motion to adopt the resolutions for the 2021 to 2023 capital improvement plan and the 2021 to 2025 bus replacement plan?
I so move.
Second.
Mr. Beeler, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Fox, how do you vote?
Aye.
Has Mrs. Gates joined us yet? Don't hear Mrs. Gates. Mr. Garrett, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Woods, how do you vote?
Aye.
I'm Mr. Riley. I too vote aye. Will show that the resolutions are approved by the Board of School Trustees by a vote of 5-0. Move on now to announcements. The next regular meeting of the Penn-Harris-Madison Board of School Trustees will convene on Monday, November the 9th, 2020 at 7 p.m. at the Educational Services Center. And with that, do I have a motion to adjourn the November 2nd, 2020 special meeting of the Penn-Harris-Madison Board of School Trustees?
I so move.
Second.
Mr. Beeler, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Fox, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Garrett, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Woods, how do you vote?
Aye.
Aye, Mr. Riley, I too vote aye. Will show that the motion carries by a vote of 7-0, and this meeting is adjourned. We thank you all for attending.